Ah, oke guys, balik lagi kita
A
main
dead
Tales
end?
of
No,
Arise.
there's an
Lanjut
elevator.
ceritanya.
Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria.
Have it treat. Funny. It's real unusual to come through here without letting any of us know ahead of time. What? Huh? I ain't been back to Nice in a long while. If it ain't one break, I busted my chop on deck. It's gonna bust my chop on. Which did you hear? Is the cargo my contents doing good? Some smoke. Oh. Mackerel. Langsung aja naik kapal.
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
What? Bukan liburan, Pak.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like, I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
Mancing-mancing si Alpen. Mancing kesabaran.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niaz was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfont tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
Ugh, I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Sarah, mabuk laut lah. Di sana kapal.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But...
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well... I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Ah, what? Now, Malaysia.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now.
I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world, and yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things, too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Ya Alpen kenapa diomongin kalau friends?
Wonder how much
Gak
longer it's going
enak
to be before we
jadinya.
catch up to Almedria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Aduh, Alpen. Jadi bener sih Pak. Orang jahat, orang baik itu jangan disatuin sama faktor. Misalnya orang kulit putih, semua orang kulit putih menurut kulit hitam jahat semua. Mungkin nggak bisa ngomong gitu sih ya. Ya maksudnya gitulah. Jadi orang Jerman semuanya jahat gara-gara Hitler atau Hitler. Nggak bisa gitu. Kita pikir jahat itu ya yang memerangi kita. Jadi orang yang tidak memerangi jangan dipikir jahat. Jadi jangan satu ras yang bilang jahat semua, itu nggak bisa itu. Ya suka saya sama pemikirannya Sion. Sion. Kayak championnya League of Legends.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Kenapa segede bagong nggak ada radarnya?
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin.
Kainnya kurang banget apa gimana sih?
Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Baju cuma pakai setengah doang. Bisa nyampe.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Mobile Fortress. Okay.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Life bottle.
Now that's what I call a ship.
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
Cuman
For all
setahun.
we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
Behind the max.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
What?
This one's got your name on it!
What?
Leave the ensnaring to me.
In an instant!
Negative gate!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right
Sure.
behind you, Shion.
Let's see what you've got.
I see what it.
Dreams.
Mat semua.
Small, but... Huh?
What is this? Is it just me, or does it look like the one we ran back to?
Got it.
What? Absorb?
That went well.
Are you
Oh.
okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Ow! What? Satu
I
dua.
won't forgive you.
It's over. It's over.
Round and rend.
Be still.
Thunder shield. Here I go. It's over. Max, do it.
Try to kill.
This ends now.
Consider yourself.
Don't get complacent.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
On your knees.
Glacial spear. Here's the evil.
Ya.
I'm ready. In an instant. Impact block.
I need to be stronger.
2850 gold. Wait, itu tadi lurus ada jalan, Pak. Nah kan, tomato, tomato. Sama sini ada warehouse, yang mana ada kotak isinya lettuce. Isinya apa ada kan? Oke. Nah, biasa. Elevator lock.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Commander of Heaven. It's almost be like it.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Harusnya jadi abu sih, Pak, bener.
I know fine weapon material when I see it. Let's dispose of the trash.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. In an instant. Impact block.
Impact Crush.
Well then, let's keep moving.
10.000 gold, Pak. What? 10.000 gold. Milk. You need some milk.
No choice. You got the spirit.
Boop, 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 boop.
You'll pay for what you did.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Your Q apa ya, Mas? Pencet kabi kena tapi.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis.
Don't get careless.
Apa nih? Orange gel, nice. Nice shoe. Bife.
Gotta break through. Now you'll learn.
Nah.
My watch.
Can you take it? It's over. Armor won't save you. My shield. Too late to pop over us. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
No, you can't. No escape. Flash. Swallow blade. On the floor.
Sleep now. I'll take it.
You're finished.
Mati dulu dia.
Onward and upward.
Ke merah.
An opponent like should be easy. Got you now. I won't show you any mercy. The rebel.
Back into the fray!
Ya, nah,
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
mati yang
Any
apa?
injuries?
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from.
Iya pak ya.
Me.
It might
Kan
go
cuma
in an
segini
elevator
doang
somewhere. We should
penghalangnya.
test it out.
Kenapa? Bisa loncat gitu. Skill. Oh iya benar. Pakailah pitch gal. Hehe. Untuk education. Wait. Huh? Lower level. Level 2. 3. Oh. Terus ngapain ada gituannya? Oh, bisa dipencet semua. Ntar ke situ dulu kan. Absorb.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. I'll face you. Look sharp.
Lightning that doubling.
Flying free. Seal, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than
I'm
done!
ready. Seal,
This ends now!
consider yourself finished.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Skill lagi pak. Kali lebih skill ya. Mushroom. Oh my.
Coming through.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Mati.
My turn. Can you take it? I'll smash you. Doesn't hurt. Can't get out of this. Here I come. It's over.
Mati lu.
Dragon form. Rotating pile driver. Explosive ring. You're finished.
I never miss!
Elusive deity. Rotating pile driver. Can you take it? Take this. Here I come. Resonate with the earth. I'll start the charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
I know I.
No mercy. By the power of water. Dragon form. Negative death. Onward. Not a chance. I'm not done. Swallow blade. I'll try this.
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
I'll heal you all. Dance in the wind.
Aduh, setrum mah. Strom. Stroba.
In an instant!
Setrum mah.
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing.
White glow, yang merah lagi. Magic emblem. Kita pakai dulu beach girl jangan dipakai, beach girlnya buat dohalam. Equipment siapa nih? Ini ya? Yes.
Go no further.
Ya, dikit lagi.
This one's got your name on it. Nicely done.
Nicely done. Hey.
These don't seem like the run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
It's not basis on intruder, maybe it's on mediate.
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
An opponent like this could be easy. Got you now! My deal begins! I see what no further! You're mine! Slash! You're Resonate with the earth! It's over! On your
Duh, kebakaran.
This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm! Your finger! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Your fist! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm ready for the next battle.
Ya, terus ini semua oke, ada kunci lagi. Shit, there must be more experiment going on. More experiment.
Do you sense one of your friends?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't all Madria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Rimwell, you okay? Skip sini ya Pak. Pintar.
Little help!
You got
Duh, water lagi.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Supreme.
Water! Blood!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
Slip. Lupa banget. This is ring. Apa nih? Potato. We have potato.
Right, here we go! The rebels! Never see what I can do! Right here!
Oke, kita aduh.
I see what can't get out of
Leave the ensnaring to me.
resonate with the earth! Light burst forth!
Don't get careless.
nih cat. Don't get careless.
What's with that shining bow over there?
Pak, ternyata Pak.
Feeling about it.
Now you'll learn! Can you take it? Armor won't save you! Right here!
I never miss!
For my lord! Can you take care of them? In an instant! Impact cross! Not a chance! No escape! Can't get out of this! Here I come! I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Thunder Blade. Ada 4 Pak, ternyata Pak. Apa nih? Low Armor Breaker. Oke. Bentar deh.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Let's see what you've got. Can you take it?
Anything in armor is all mine! Flaming thrust! No escape!
Now!
Mirage.
Barely a blip on our radar.
what I can do. My shield.
You think that's the deal? All yours, Kisara.
Take it.
Aduh, minder lagi.
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Lightning thrust. It's over.
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more. Onward and upward.
What?
Hmm? You're saying we should check the owl forest? I won't forgive you!
You're finished. You're finished.
Anything normal is all mine.
It's over. It's over. Dragon Swarm. Not again. It's over. I'm Dragon Swarm. Pull them away. Now. It's over. Dragon Swarm.
Any injuries?
Out of our way!
You're mine. I can carve through armor. My shield. You're finished. Swallow blade. Be still. We're not finished. I'm ready. River.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Supreme.
No. You're mine.
I can feel my power growing. What's this thing?
Go. Jangan ngilangin doang. Slup. Apa nih? Kaos natural
This'll make us even more formidable.
face. Natural face. Siapa sih? Yoi yoi yoi. Oh ya ini. Itu ada item di situ. Apple, tanaman PUBG, back the burn, not of her, she like the burn. Aha, pineapple gel. Ush, kosong. Sini ada apa nih? Aha, hahaha. Ada pitch gel. Apa pitch gel kita butuh buat Tilsion nih? Buat heal kita aja, sih kan belakang nembak. Aduh. Aduh. Enggak. Rice. Di sini ada kotak mati. Nah, absorb. Dapat elixir. Elixir. Kata apa tuh elixir? Entahlah. Sloop.
Little help!
Got you now. I'm not done. You picked the wrong fight.
Careful, do it!
In an instant. Impact block. My turn.
Burning
You're mine. It's over.
Can't get out of bed.
Ready and raring. It's over. Dragon Swarm.
Can you take it?
Here I come.
Nice.
you see what I can do.
Astral energy! Lightning condensed! Burning water!
It's over!
Cover the capture! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Lightning, here goes! Freeze lancer! Raging
Explosive ring! Heal!
Sleep mask!
Coming through! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Mati. Belum mati lah, kuat banget nih merah.
Now! This one's got your name on it!
It's on!
Raging Inferno!
Dragon Form! Lightning Thrust! Stardust!
Raging Cascade!
My natural defenses are fading.
I'm a sitting duck!
Retreat from this battle.
Retreat? I would never!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Ya. Aduh kena lagi.
In an instant! Impact block!
Dohalim.
They really made us work for that one.
Buka.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
Lo di mana dianya tuh?
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
Apa master core-nya apa namanya ini? Core. Where are you?
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Apa yuk? Apa? What do you need? Hot? What? Bisa pencet gak nih?
The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Untung aja kita balik. Gak keliat soalnya. What? Ini level 2, berarti level 4. Bisa nggak langsung aja deh? Bisa, Pak. Langsung level 4.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Ya, itu musuh tadi. Flatfish. Oi.
Coming through. Carve through armor. Your shield in your form.
In here! Full of Lancer! Where not?
It's over. Your
Aduh. Mati bareng.
Looks like we got them all.
Makrel. Sini.
What's this thing?
ready to go. Dikit. Senjata harganya 2000 bahkan itu sedikit. Aha. Angel, yes.
That's no ordinary.
I have a bad feeling about
Ya,
in a bind.
You're finished!
I never miss.
I'm ready for the next battle.
That equipment.
armor punyanya Sion. Bukan kita ya. Oh iya.
Should come in handy.
Naga, Pak. Alah. Oh, sneaky. Kena kambing.
Take it down.
Take this!
This one's mine.
Resonate with the on your
Try harder! My turn! Take this! You're finished! Be still!
Only getting started.
Aduh.
Try harder! Not a chance! Elusive deity! It's over! Can you take it? Dazzle! Take this! Start up!
Kelihatan musuhnya mana?
I'm only getting started. Over the caster.
It's go time!
Benediction light.
Dance to the wind.
Benediction
You're
light.
mine! Ignite! Take this! I'm not done!
Only getting started.
Dragon Swarm! Flash!
On your knees.
Take this!
I'm carved through armor!
Wah! Lewat.
It's over! Try harder! Here I come! Dazzle! Here I come! Here I come!
Raging cascade.
No further!
Lightning.
Wide open!
Udah.
Escape me!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
That'll teach us for getting cocky.
What?
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
Barrier apa tuh? Level 3 Pak. Kayaknya emang harus ke level 3 deh. Terus ke level 4 dulu berarti. Kirain dia level 4. Nah ini Wind Lord.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it.
Okay. Make sure we put an end to it. Which?
Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Almadria.
Renan Ambassador.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria,
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
these people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of. Mesmold!
Apa nih pak? Ada naga, aduh. Duh, gede banget lagi. Dia bilang lawan 2 orang nih.
Enjoy your meal.
Oh shit.
Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Nah, ini ada.
I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Aduh.
No further.
Fear, fierce evil, raging storm, Blazer. Soaring God. Here's a healing art.
I'm not done.
First aid.
Stalagmite.
Lightning Arch Steel.
Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Angin. Apa nih? Bisa teleport?
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Shit.
I never miss.
Rotating pile driver.
Water, hear my
I'm not
call.
done.
Shining supernova.
Ignite.
Yes.
My watch. Wind astral energy.
Ya mati. Mati. Oh udah deh. Shoo. Walalala, dibakar pak. Firing.
Commander of Heaven. They're attacking separately. I can't land a hit on her.
Keep an eye on her and take out the monster.
Woi, lawan ya nggak bisa gitu pak.
She's no stranger to
Read.
astral art.
Kalahin woi. Kamu nggak bisa gitu. Ridwell woi. Ya si Ridwell nggak usah incer itu nih.
Wits about you people.
In a vine.
Where are you going?
The winds of judgment.
Ya telat kamu. Lol, my lord.
Your astral arms aren't so special. And now, they're mine! Burn it down!
Ya telat lah. Au. Oh shit, angin.
I owe you one.
Thank you.
Fire!
Ignite.
Bisa diincar gak sih? Nggak bisa ya? Bisa diincar malah.
Free from regret.
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Will this help?
Yep. Thank you. Aduh.
Try harder.
No. Yes, please. Thank you.
No further.
Wind astral energy! Not while I'm around, she isn't. I'll be saving this way.
This one's all mine. Not today.
Raging storm!
Power blade.
More without control. Goodwill. Here's evil. I'll never forgive you.
What?
I'll take you down.
Apa nih?
I'll end you. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Mantap.
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again. Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganneth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Shion!
Alvin!
Shion!
Alvin!
come and find me. If you truly are the Sovereign.
What the hell was happening? Si Alpen. Topeknya kebuka, udah bisa ngerasain lah. Hah? Kerenan. Keredahan tadi.
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
If you want to see your home again, you'll have to do a good job here, 1273. To be honest, I was beginning to sweat bullet if you have worked out. I was probably yeah. So, you little child. Okay. Oh, it's you. 1273. Or should I say sovereign? You don't understand how much time and effort we invest to create you as so enjoy at this stage. Sovereigns. Hah? What? Si Alpen nggak bisa ngerasain sakit. Aduh. Pedangnya gimana nih Pak? Gak bisa megang pedangnya lagi dong. Aduh. Visionnya juga udah. Sejak ketangkep kita gak bisa megang Sion. Apinya gimana nih pedangnya? Aduh. Bakar deh pedangnya. Sakit nih. Kuatnya gara-gara gak bisa ngerasain sakit doang si Alpen. Aduh. pen lah. Sini dulu. Wait, what? Apa katanya? Can you do? Oh. Oh, kita danang. Di sini benar. Return to your position. Sini. What? Kemana dong? Where should I go? Oh man, not touching the desert. Okay, right.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
Yep, mana? Itu roomnya. Siapa Pak? Mirip Sion. It's not your fault. We just do what we have to and get this thing over right. Siapa tuh? Kok mirip Sion? Aduh.
I just wanted to go back. To Dena. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Nauri.
Live for me.
No. Aori. No!
Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone?
Ya hilang lagi.
I need to find them. Better start looking.
Hilang pak pedangnya. Aduh, you party this band, Master Core of Wind. Oke guys, kayaknya segitu dulu buat episode kali ini. Udah 1,5 jam pak kita main. Ini episodenya lama juga ya, tapi seru ya. Ceritanya mulai seru nih. Mulai kelihatan nih. Oke guys, thank you yang udah nonton. Sampai jumpa di episode selanjutnya. Dadah.